We're live. Hi there, Carla Karam here, DSD Domination Dream Team. Sorry about that. My dogs are excited about tonight's broadcast as well. First time being a facilitator here, so bear with me. We have Corey, we have Andy, we have Kim here. We're all in. We're all really excited to be here. I'm really excited to be here. So I'm sorry about the late delay on the getting on live here. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but you know, sometimes we have to wait for good things to happen. So I'm just going to go in order, and since we've had a little bit of technical difficulties, I'm just going to go with my who's like everybody else does on the screen here. And Kim, I'm going to throw you to the wolves here. Kim, I had the pleasure of meeting face-to-face at our event that we had back in May. It was really, really exciting getting to meet everybody. So it's really cool when we're doing these things and we've already connected in person. So Kim, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and take it away here.
Hi, Carla. Thank you so much for inviting me tonight. It has, when we were in Vegas, oh my gosh, it was so exciting because you can connect with like-minded people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. You know, you chat every day on the internet with everybody and like and comment and that kind of thing, but then when you actually got to go to the live event, oh my gosh, it was so awesome to be able to meet everybody and get to know them on a personal basis to where now you genuinely have awesome friendships. Anyways, that's my little plug for the event that already happened in May. I'm Kim Sneed. I live in Branson, Missouri, and I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 2 kids, a son 17 and a daughter 18, and I can honestly say this is awesome for, I forgot I have a husband too. I better put a plug in for him. I'm married to an amazing man for 26 years, and oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Rabbit trail, sorry. Oh, back to doing DS denomination and what it's done for myself and my family financially. We have struggled paycheck to paycheck like a lot of Americans do, but now that I'm doing DS denomination, I am being able to do things for my family that the money wasn't there, like taking little small trips and different things to do, and Christmas I didn't have to put it on a credit card, and just building for the future. I can honestly say that this is such a great company to be involved in for stay-at-home moms, and that's who I really wanted to talk to because that's kind of my passion. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and even though I do have teenagers, I think teenagers are just as active as toddlers are at home. Seems like I'm running them everywhere. Even though they have a car, somebody's car isn't working and I got to take someone there, and you go back and forth. But I am so thankful that I'm able to stay home and be there for my kids and be able to run them here and there. And stay-at-home moms, they can work around their kids while they're napping or they're out, you know, doing whatever, and when they go to bed, they can put a few hours in. You can work at your own pace, and that's what I love. It's not something that you have to, oh my gosh, I got to sit at my laptop for 8 hours today if I want to make any money. It's, if you want to sit at your laptop for 8 hours, go for it. There's tons to do in those 8 hours, but most generally people cannot sit there for 8 hours. So if you want to put a couple hours in the evening or whenever during the day, you can still continue on doing it and still be making money, not whereas if you go to a job, you got to think about gas, getting their clothes, you got to get their kids in daycare. you got to worry about meals and all kinds of things. But here at home, I can lounge in my pajamas. If I want to be in my pajamas at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I can, and I'm still making money. And my favorite thing is hearing the cha-ching sound, but it's I get paid every day. What job can you go to that you don't get paid every day? And I think that's important as a stay-at-home mom to think, hey, honey, when he comes home, guess what? I made $150 today, and I didn't even go out the front door. And that's exciting to be able to contribute to the financial situation in our house. Is that I feel that I feel a self-worth. I feel like I'm accomplishing something, and I'm not having to spend money. And that's very exciting to know that I invested $19.95 to get started, and I made my $19.95 back in 2 days, and then the rest of the month was profit. So, yes, the initial investment of $19.95 is a whole lot better than any other thing I've ever tried. And I've done a lot of different home parties when my kids were toddlers, and I spent more money doing that than I actually made because I thought I had to have everything. But with DSD now, I get on rabbit trails and I see something that I want to sell, but I think, oh, I need to buy that for myself instead. So it's kind of fun seeing all the new things out and everything. But anyways, that's kind of my story.
Thanks so much for sharing, Kim. I can totally relate with you. I've turned into a stay-at-home mom myself, and I have a almost 8-year-old. She's counting down, 2 months away here. She'll be 8 years old, but she's a little special needs. I hate putting that label on her, but the challenge is there, you know. She's got, my daughter Callie's got Asperger's, so I'm not able to get out and about, and school, it was very hard. So to be able to stay at home, work whenever I can. Callie's super active, so half the time it's at night that I work after I put her to bed myself. And lots of times I'll work until 3 in the morning. That's just, you know, you mentioned self-worth, Kim, and I'll share with you, you know, it's when you're at home and you're dealing with life every day, and to hear that cha-ching go off, and to tell my husband I had a couple of sales today, you know, whether it be at, you know, $20 or $150 profit or whatever, that's just little by little it has taken away that stress level off of his shoulders. So I'm all this for stay-at-home moms is awesome, because you truly and truly can really work whenever you're able to around the baby's naps, or whether they're 17, 7, 8, just born or whatever. It's been a blessing in our lives. It really has. But enough about me. So who wants to go next? Let's see. How about Corey? Corey over there. How are
Yep,
you? How's it
I'm
going?
good. I'm good, Collier. Thank you very much. My story is pretty simple. I'm a full-time dad. I'm a full-time teacher, and I needed something. I've worked in lots of different companies and had success in other companies, but the one thing that I was looking for was something that I could do in my downtime, and that's not very often. I don't have downtime very much, so I needed something that I could do from home that when I was home, I could just sit down and do something and run a home business. And this just fit in really well. I've done other network marketing companies, and I actually own my own mortgage banking company, and those owned me. And this I own. I control when I want to list. I control when I want to market. I control when I want to do anything with training, those types of things, and I control it. And it puts me in control, which was number one for my needs and for my family's needs, because I'm passionate about being a teacher. I'm a full-time educator, and I think it's very important that we have people like myself out there doing that, and this allows me to do that. Allows me to be passionate about the career that I've chosen. It also allows me to make the additional money that I want to make. So it's just it's been a marriage made in heaven for me. after coming through several other companies, and being able to work from home and be with my family while I'm doing it has just been awesome.
Well, that's way cool, and I see that you have somebody sitting there next to you,
I
Corey.
do. I do.
How's it
Andrew Gerber's
going?
here. Yeah.
I, I,
A little
I,
story about that is here in Indianapolis, we do things called listing parties where we get together, our team comes together, and we just have fun. We meet up at Starbucks and we just list and list and list and have
Oh, awesome.
contests
I
and
love that.
train. And we just when we make a contest out of it, it's just a lot of fun and just create that camaraderie between all of us. And so we're here tonight at Andrews, so we can get on this webinar and. Anyway, I'll let Andrew talk from here. But it's been fantastic. It's been a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, I know you don't have to have a team, but if you got like 6 people at Starbucks listing all together and helping each other, it's just a lot of fun, and it can get boring sometimes when you're just listing and listing and listing like I do. I can just like sit for hours and hours in that, but if you're with other people, it just makes a lot more fun, and you get to share your tips and all that type of fun stuff. But
How fun.
I started from about the beginning last year, 2013, and I kind of got an email about this. I was on somebody's list, got an email about this, and I was at an airport, and my flight was delayed, so I had 4 hours, and I'm like, $20? Oh, I spent $20 at Starbucks waiting, so I bought it at night, and by the weekend I made my $20 back. And, you know, I was kind of like, whoa, these cha-chings. And then I did some other home businesses, and I wasn't very successful in those other home businesses because I wasn't home a lot. I'm a service technician, and I travel probably a third of the year. I'm gone. I'm from in hotels. I'm overseas. But guess what? This is something I can do from overseas, and as long as they have some Wi-Fi, I can make money. So you don't have to just make money from home. I make money in a small hotel out in the Baltic Sea in Germany making sales. So that's kind of why I did it. It's something, and then when you leave the DS training, you don't need a team. The back office, the support that these own.
Okay, it seems like we're having a little connection problem. I know that I'm here in El Paso, and we're having a storm here, so everybody bear with us. So I don't know exactly where you are, Andrew. Can we hear you again? Or I don't want to cut you off, but I know that we were having trouble with your. I don't know if it was just me either. So please share if you have more to share. But I saw that it was hanging up a lot.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. The main thing I wanted to say is you don't have to just do this from home. I do this. I travel about a third of the year, and I'm overseas. And as long as I have a Wi-Fi connection, I can run a home business. I don't have to be in the area and doing parties. But
Yay!
I know. I love that. I love that.
I can do it from the airport. I can do it anywhere I can get Wi-Fi. Anywhere there's a Starbucks, you can make dollars with this company.
Heck, I even going by even McDonald's, let your kids play for a little bit and use their Wi-Fi and sit there and work. And I haven't done that one yet, though. But I totally I love that about it too. As a matter of fact, I have somewhere I need to go here. Here in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be taking off somewhere, and the first thing habit got me to think, oh my gosh, work. What am I going to do about work? Oh, what do you mean, what am I going to do about work? I got DSD. I can take it with me. Wi-Fi, I don't have to worry about anything. So I totally there's just so many blessings and so many. I too have done other MLMs, and the recruiting end of it, or life gets in the way, or I have never in my life. I mean, and I've tried from early in the 20s. I've tried, when I was in my 20s. This was quite some time ago. I tried Tupperware, selling Tupperware, selling Avon, selling so many different things. And DSD Domination is the first home-based business I've ever made money at. I am just so amazed. I don't have to recruit. I just have to, just focus on listing. You got to do the training, and the training is so important, so important. I'm sure you guys can agree, and even I'll get into little slumps or whatever, and I'll just redo the training again. And there's sometimes that I'll miss something I didn't catch the first time. I don't know if you guys have experienced that, but I certainly have, and it's like it's like my little rabbit's foot. Every single time I do some training, boom, hours later I get a cha-ching. So it's a really good motivator. Anyways, we also have here with us, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. He almost looked like the little cartoon the little doodle,
Elroy or whatever it is, the guy at the fence. Hey, man, what's going on?
Yeah.
Or what was his name from Tim the Toolman Taylor? Wilson, I think his name was. Yes, the neighbor.
It was something like Nelson or some Wilson.
Wilson. Yeah, it was Wilson.
Wilson, definitely. Well, please introduce yourself and.
All right. Well, my name is Keith. See, my mother and I. My mother's name is Cindy, by the way. We've been doing DS Domination for. Probably since about October-ish. I don't remember details off the top of my head. She started doing this before I did. She was doing all the trainings, and I'll admit I was skeptical. I didn't think it was something that was going to work, but I was definitely proved wrong. I mean, this program that Roger and Kevin Hokalana and Hitesh threw together for us to use is absolutely amazing. When I'm trying to get affiliates on the affiliate side in, they look at me like I'm crazy. I mean, there's no way you can make money off of eBay. It's all washed out, But I've shown a couple of them. I've proved it to them, and actually, I believe if Karen, I think she's here. I'm not sure. She's within the chat anyway. When we got her in, she made sales within 10 minutes of her actually starting.
Awesome.
So I mean,
wow.
that was pretty cool. Yeah, just to see that and to see other people's success is amazing. But yeah, I work a full-time job. I'm a baker's, I guess, apprentice, I suppose you could say. I just got transferred into the department. I love my job there, but I pretty much do the DS Domination part as a little extra cash flow. Don't want to be a millionaire, but want to be comfortable.
Yay.
Well, that's cool. That's way cool. Baker, huh?
And,
boy, I'd be in trouble.
Actually, when I first started working at the company that I was at, I was 222 pounds, and I'm down to 180. So.
Wow. That's quite amazing. That's quite amazing.
Yeah.
There's just so much. I mean, I've been doing this since March myself, and really skeptical. I don't know if any of you know this, but Kenya's my cousin, and for a while, of course, my Facebook friend, and for a while I was like scoping out on her little comments and stuff, her little, shipping and listing and cha-ching, and I made another profit while I was sleeping, and I know I shared this with her, on my first Hangout, but finally, after so many months of seeing her successes, I think it took us getting our gas disconnected. I was really skeptical, and I just said, you know what do I have to lose here? I need to help. I need to help. We got to do something here. Um, $20, again, like Kim mentioned. It took me a couple of weeks before. The funny thing about it is I told Kenya, I've been selling on eBay for 10 years now. I've had a PayPal account, no problem. I'm ready to go. What videos do I need to watch and what videos do I not need to watch? And let me get going. I'm ready to sell. She just likes watch the training. So then in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I've known Kenya for a long time, and she's actually my husband's cousin, and I've known her for 13 years. Been married to my cousin for 12. Or excuse me, 11. I've known her for 12. We've been married for 11 years. And she's had her struggles. She shared with you, being a single mom, having to, take care of her daughter and all that. And I've seen her, and I've helped her. I've been there for her. And so the kind of tables kind of turned, and I figured, what do I have to lose? She's doing it. I'm not doing anything. And for $20, I hit that on the clearance rack with a few items or something. And like someone said, it's so easy to spend that at Starbucks. Once I started doing the training, I had aha moments left and right. Besides the one that you say, why didn't I think about this? Why didn't I think of this?
All the time.
eBay, or I've been buying on eBay. I mean, I've been a member with eBay since 2003. So that's kind of cool when I call now, because now I've made friends there and stuff. But I was a big skeptic, and it took me a lot to take that step from going from pro to elite. And once I did elite, I'm just going, why was I so hesitant? You immediately make that money back. I made that money back in one sale signing up on elite. My first week with elite, I made up that money, that $100 in one sale. And then it was a no-brainer. Again, I hesitated a little bit with Unleashed, but it's just there's not enough hours in the day for me to get everything done. So it's really been a blessing in our family, and not to say that we're doing the backstroke and dollar bills and all that, but I'm definitely starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel, and I can't wait till Christmas. So here's me hogging. So it has everybody I'm assuming that everybody. Is everybody at Elite or Pro or Unleashed? Has anybody taken the dive into Genesis? Do we have any Genesis or anything?
I have it. I have it.
No Genesis, or
I
are
do.
you still?
Kim does.
Yeah, I have it, Nancy.
Can I tell you a little funny story?
Sure,
happened?
please.
Since you're talking about Genesis, today my daughter that's 18 is in college, and she's been out and away at school while I've been doing DSD. And today we were at Walmart, and I said, she saw me scan, and she says, "What are you doing, Mom?" And so I told her what I was doing, and so then she started handing me things. Well, how much will you make if you do this? Well, how much will this bring in? How much will this bring in? And then she said, and then I kept saying, wow, it's cheaper on Amazon than it is at Walmart. And she goes, who would have ever thought it was cheaper to buy on Amazon than in Walmart? She just thought it was quite interesting.
That what I've come across that more and more myself, quite frankly. And I got one better for you, Kim. I've used my app at home. I've just plugged in the numbers. I mean,
yes.
We were going crazy at Costco the other day too with my app. But I started using it at home because you can enter the numbers manually.
Yes.
So I've done that as well too. Love that little app. Thank you, Hitesh. You're a man after all of our hearts. Thank you. Listen,
Me.
hey, and I don't want to take over all of this, but I did want to share one thing. I mentioned to you guys that I started back in March. I started mid-March, and I started plugging away. I really wanted to go thorough through the training, especially since I was little Miss Know-It-All, and boy, did I get shut down really quick on that one. But what I wanted to share is the first month, my profits were only $8. The second month that I was plugging more in at it, and I had a little bit. I'm ADD, and so I had a little bit of a struggle getting my titles down. Okay, the light wasn't just connecting. I just couldn't get it. And then finally, I had an aha moment. The second month, I made $78. The third month, I made almost $200, and then the fourth month I cleared over $500. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is some of us might start slow, and we may have to struggle a little bit more with the instructions or trying to get through those ADD curtains that God blessed us with. The thing is to have faith, because I cannot tell you how many times I've come across something that it's Roger's training, boom, it's proven to be right time and time again. Time and time again. You're shaking your head over there. um, I don't know about you, but I certainly have, again, every single time something's come across and, whoops, Roger said this would happen. Whoops, this is what Roger told me. So now, I don't, unless Roger tells me, I don't do it. I just don't, whether it was recorded a few months ago or not.
Yeah, I learned the hard way too.
This is just.
That's why he wrote the program.
Yeah,
exactly, huh?
My very first sale on another account was a pet product that I originally had sourced in the United States. Well, they sold out, and they didn't notify me that they sold out, and they shipped it from, I believe it was Korea or somewhere around there. So it took 28 days before it got to my customer, and it was my first sale, so it was automatic bad feedback with that, and yeah, oops. So, when Roger says use the sites that, he puts on there that, he trusts, yeah, you got to stick with those, because otherwise you end up with an account you can't use.
Well, at first I'm just going, well, why doesn't he give us, there's a rhyme and reason as to why things are set up the way they are. At first you're excited and you've got the adrenaline rush and you just, you want it all. You want it all, really. Even though it was overwhelming and I knew to take baby steps because I wanted to take it all in. I mean, after all, this is what's going on inside of Roger's head, So, and my brain doesn't automatically think like Roger does. But there's a reason why he tells us to just use Amazon and to do what he tells us to do. There's a reason why he gives us what he gives us in Elite. There's a reason why he does what he does with Unleash. Everything has, and I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. It's just proven, I thought, oh, well, I think I'll be smarter. No. The man made a ton of money. Why reinvent the wheel? Why think that you can do it better when he's already done it? Why waste your time? He's already dug that hole for us. He's made that row for us, and he's dug it for us. Why are we going to get all, out of breath, and trying to, reinvent the wheel? So, this Hangout's just not about me. So, I know, and and I'm going, when Kenya and Kat asked me to do this, I'm thinking, are you sure you guys really want me to do this? Because, I can sit there and talk forever. But I'll play nice and I'll share. So, Andrew, your screen keeps coming up black, although I see you when I'm not on there. Do you guys, Corey, Andrew, anything else you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I like to say something that happened tonight. So we had a lady. You guys hear me?
We can hear you, I just can't see you.
Okay.
Can't see.
Okay.
If I click on you, I can't see you.
We see ourselves in the box. I don't know.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
see ourselves.
Well, anyways, a lady tonight who's on pro, we're doing our training, and she's like thinking about doing Elite and Unleashed, and she was kind of one of those, she's been selling on eBay for 6-7 years, kind of a know-it-all. So I was like, okay, let's do a listing together, and she didn't know what to sell. So I do a listing with her, and I give a few of the tips I've learned on the trade, and she's like, whoa, where'd you learn? Whoa, that's kind of cool. Whoa. And then we got one listing up. By the end of the night, she had her credit card out, bought Unleashed, got upgraded to Elite. So, someone that was a know-it-all and been selling for years, just some of the stuff we learned, it's just, you're not going to learn anywhere, especially by yourself. You're just not going to learn it. And
No.
I wasn't even trying to upsell her. I was just trying to help her with a listing because she was, getting confused, and then we kind of tell her. And what we do is we're trying to help people get a listing up, make money on the $20 system, and then it sells itself. So we kind of take it for granted a little bit. After I've been doing it for 8 months, I take it for granted that this stuff's kind of come natural after a while. You get quick at it. But then the new people, it's not like that for. Even eBay so-called power sellers, this stuff is new for. So you'll learn a lot, you guys. So that's all I got.
I wanted to say that for anybody out there that's watching this, if you're wondering, is there enough information in the back office for you to teach you how to do this? I'm going to tell you there are so many videos, webinars, there's so much information that they have put in there in the back office for us that you literally can watch those. Just the pro level, the 1995 level, I've watched, 50 times or more, because every time I watch it, I learn something new that my brain didn't catch the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Or when I go back and I'll go, well, I've already seen this 25 times. How come I didn't hear that? Well, I guess my brain didn't accept it. So there's so much in there for you to learn how to do. And I am not tech savvy at all. And some of you know I've reached out to you. I'm a grandma, and I do not know how to do any of this stuff, and I've come a long way. Just getting on this webinar tonight was a challenge, but you just, so it's feasible for anybody. I better backtrack a little bit. I said I was a grandma. I have 2 older children, 32 and 33, so I didn't talk about them. So, and they gave me my grandkids. not my 17 or 18-year-old.
Yeah, I was sitting there wondering there for a second, Kim. No.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't talk about those 2. I forgot. I don't see them because they're not at home.
I know exactly what you want. I talk about Callie all the time, and I have 2 grown sons that are 27 and 23, Addison and Logan, and they're going to school. They're not at home. They go to school up in Washington State Washington State University and UW. So they don't get as much out there, but no, the training is so important. I don't know if it was Andrew or Corey talking, and if this friend of mine is out there listening, I want to use this as an example, not to offend or discourage or anything, but just to prove my point. um, this person had signed up and she wasn't able. I was trying to get a hold of her. I wanted to leave her alone, because this sells. This is very easy, and everybody moves at their own pace. So I thought enough time had gone by for me to touch base with this person, and she just goes, well, I don't know. eBay just keeps sending my pictures back. And that immediately told me that she hadn't watched the training, or at least certain sections of it. So,
Yes.
folks, you know how Kim was saying that the back office is awesome? Well, Hitesh, and I've already given him kudos, but again, he is working away, trying to make this easier and easier with all these apps, the picture cropper, the title maker, and all this. These tools are there for us to use for a reason, and it makes our life a lot easier, and it automates it, and it makes it a lot quicker. He's always coming up with something better and something new, and it's like I have to readjust the pattern because, like, I think it was Andrew mentioned it, that it becomes automatic. You get into a momentum where you automatically just you know your steps, your routine to find and list and get it up and all that. And then when Hitesh throws a new app out there for us, it kind of we have to reinvent the wheel a little bit. But hey, I'm not complaining whatsoever. This man's a genius, and
I don't
between
know.
his genius and Kevin's genius and Roger's genius, and I've said this before, these men could be at home just raking in the cash and just traveling around the world, and they have chosen to share this with people and to help others. I'm here to help others. This is helping me. I am so excited to be able to want to help anybody. It's in my blood. I have a nonprofit. I help people anyway. So this is another way that I can help them make money. I'm not in the convincing business. I read that somewhere. I'm not in the convincing business. This does it itself. It's proven. It's just not one person making money. It's not just two people making money. It's every single one of us that signs up and puts an effort in. Whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. And definitely do the training. The training, it's just not DSD training. Some of this stuff, especially,
It's like going to school.
it's like going to school, but also they have given us tools that help us in our personal life. The
Yes.
time management, the personal development, how to make friends, how to talk to people. So they're trying to build us up as well. So it's just not things that we can only use for DSD. If you stop using DSD, well, I'll tell you, you've learned to shop a lot smarter. That's for darn sure. You can take that away as well.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
my shopping, I mean, I was pretty frugal, and I was a pretty a person that shopped around a lot. So my skills are definitely being put to use here. It's way, way, way cool. But definitely that training is so important. So important. Yeah, as a former eBay know-it-all person here, or at least thought I knew it all, didn't even scratch the surface. Didn't even scratch the surface. So it's been an amazing journey, and I can't wait. I just keep plugging away. I've I mentioned my ADD. Usually, I get bored really easily, especially if I don't see results quick. You know, um, the thing that also kind of brought down or mellowed my anxiety a little bit is the fact that I saw Kenya was making money. So all I had to do is just, do what she did. Take her advice. It's working for her. If it's working for her, and I'm just as smart as her, at least I think so in some areas anyways, why can't I do it? Why can't you do it? Especially if you can surf on the internet. Why can't you do it?
Mhm.
It's definitely trainable. It's teachable. You're not getting different versions of the same thing. You're getting the same lesson. Lesson one is lesson one. There's no changing that. So, with all that said here, Kim, what are your goals that you have coming up? Anything that you want to share with us, or because definitely this is about making goals too. So what do you
Yes.
got? What do we got coming up here?
I have a long-term goal. Well, I should say a year goal. A year goal is I want to. We were challenged on our 12-month from Kenya's husband, and my 12-month was to make $50,000. I want to be able to pay cash for a car for me, and I want to help my kids get into a new car that we don't have to worry about breakdowns. And that's my goal for the next year. Is it feasible? Absolutely. I probably will go way over that. My short term is to take my family in December. I'm almost have enough saved up to take us on our first vacation. We're going to go on a cruise.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome!
Yep, we're excited. We're excited that we've never had a vacation. My husband is seasonal, and meaning January, February, and March he's laid off because in the town it shuts down. We're a tourist town. And so usually you kind of live on unemployment and what you've saved up, and then you don't get vacations throughout the year. So this time we actually have enough to go on a cruise, so we're excited. And it's all because of DSD. We could have not done that. The extras, there's really never extras. We're always just, paying your monthly bills of everything.
Yeah.
So we're excited.
Yeah, I do the bill shuffle too. Who can I get away with paying this month, and who can I pay, or whatever. But that's awesome, and that's something else that that Dream Team has taught us is setting goals, 12-month goals, short-term goals, time management, wonderful things. Andrew,
I don't have.
Sorry.
I was gonna say I don't have to rob Peter to pay Paul anymore.
That's awesome. That's so great. Andrew.
Yes.
What do we got? Any short-term goals? Any advice you want to give out there?
For anyone that has started Genesis, I kind of did an item just to kind of get my feet wet, and I purchased 142 of them, and I've sold 43, so I'm down to 99. So
that's
for
awesome.
my so we're gonna run out of that item, and I'm just gonna kind of ramp up to the next. So and I don't have to do anything. It's at Amazon, and I'm just kind of go, and I don't even look at the sales. I go like 3 times, and then I was like, yes, down to under 100. Let's keep going.
Awesome.
So that's where I'm at with Genesis. I'm ready to ramp that up. So that's kind of my little short term. Long term is make lots of money on Genesis. That's my life.
I'm right there with you.
Really cool. Corey, what do you have for us?
Absolutely. The biggest thing is I'm putting together all the pieces that DSD's brought to me. The fact that what the brand new with the new Elite Lead Earners Plus system that we have here through Dream Team has just been awesome. It just fits really well into the marketing plan that I have to bring on and to share this opportunity with so many other people. It's just been phenomenal, and response has been great. And then so that's the affiliate side, and on the drop shipping and the Amazon side, I just want to continue to build. My Genesis business, get my brand.
There it goes.
Oh, I just hate when that happens.
Yep.
loving. Just a little side note on the little app. I lucked into a unicorn item like the very second scan I ever did. It was crazy. I was just, hey, I'm gonna try this out, and got a unicorn second scan and bought everything that I could. I actually drove to every store of this that I possibly could to buy them out, and those items going up tomorrow. And just a little sideline on that, it wasn't even a clearance item. I just grabbed an item off the shelf, and it happened to be a really, really hot item right now on Amazon that is selling for 200% markup off the retail price. So it doesn't have to be clearance items. It is a phenomenal item, and sometimes you run into those hot things. So I'm going to ride that one while I can.
Wow, that's just amazing. Well, congrats on that one. Keep rocking. Genesis out. I'm still a scaredy cat. I got to work my way up there.
Yeah, definitely makes it easy.
All right, and last but not least, what do you got for us?
My own personal short-term, long-term goals. One was to pay off my student loans. I went to school to be a chef and didn't heed Mother's advice when she said, stay at a community college, it'll be cheaper. So currently paying those off, and with the S-Domination, I hope to have those paid off by next year around this time, and a new car. So that's pretty much where I'm headed.
That's great. That's great.
Hey.
Well, personally, myself, it's just each month I just try to list more and more items. I try to take the mentality of if you want 10 people or 10 people to do something, you got to invite 100, you know. So I'm taking that mentality and trying to list more each month. I have, you know what? I was going to be like silly and stuff like that. My daughter kicked me out of my living room. So, yeah. So I had it all set up yesterday. You know, I had the perfect little thing going there. So, you guys, sometimes I work from bed, you know, so.
Yes.
You know, it's that easy, you know, and it's embarrassing because sometimes all of a sudden I'll get a phone call, oh, are you coming over for dinner? And I'm just going, and I look down and I'm still in my pajamas, and I don't even dare say anything. I just wonder where the day went. So I just want to improve and try to get where, like, I'm thinking Roger. And long-term goal is, well, I have two long-term goals, because when my husband and I got married, everything we just had so much going on. We were buying a house to flip and all that. We still need a honeymoon, so a honeymoon is one of my long-term goals, and another thing is to gather up all my kids and go for a nice 10-day cruise and do a family vacation, and that's something that we haven't done. We've never done that, and you know the tough thing about it is like I always get to go somewhere. You know, my husband always gets to stay home. I'm invited. You know, Callie and I are always invited. Here, we'll pay, or here, come over here, or we'll invite you, and I feel bad. I can't even be really happy or excited because my husband has to stay home and work. So I can't wait until I can tell him take 10 days off, and we don't have to even sweat about it. So this has really been great. Little butterflies kind of went away. Hopefully I did okay by you guys, and you guys did all the work, really. Telling us your stories and stuff. It's been an honor being on here with you guys. Kenya and Kat, thank you so much for entrusting me. Sorry about the little technical difficulties. You guys, don't forget to get back with whoever invited you to the Hangout and ask them how you can get started right away, and so you can start doing the training. Don't forget, the training is so important. And you can start listing and making money right away. You can make money as quickly as 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes after first listing.
That's right. Yep. See if anybody can break that record.
Let's see if anybody can break that record, exactly. And If you are ADD like I am, keep the faith. It does work. Be patient. Don't get anxious. Um, it works. It works. And anyways, in closing here, again, don't forget to get back to who invited you and how you can make money fast. And we'll see you soon. Take care.